There are some people who feel we just don't have enough information to understand what's happening to our money. They say we're financially illiterate.
It's not that they're not intelligent, because a lot of these kids actually had a deep understanding of corporate finance, but very little understanding of personal finance. So it's a matter of exposing them to this information in the first place. That's what we're not doing.
80% of high school students graduate not knowing the basics of financial literacy. Enactus Capilano took action on this issue by educating and empowering youth in British Columbia to not only advance their understanding of financial literacy, but to empower them to utilize these skill sets in a broad and dynamic environment. Square One is a community-based financial literacy project that is delivered through 5 80-minute collaborative workshops.
This year, Square One directly impacted over 420 high school students across North Vancouver and Burnaby. We ensured our students understood the foundations of financial literacy by encouraging the importance of banking smart, budgeting, savings and taxes, credit, and career development.
To confirm that students were confident in putting these concepts into practice, we fostered positive discussion throughout the program, encouraging students to share their personal stories of establishing a budget and creating a savings plan. The discussion also resulted in questions regarding tips for accessing reliable employment as a means to implement the skills they had learned. That prompted us to invite industry professionals in to facilitate a career development workshop regarding job search strategies.
We tested the knowledge of our students with in-class activities and short quizzes at the end of each workshop to ensure they grasped the concepts they were being taught throughout the program.
But don't just take our word for it. Here's what our students have to say.
After the Square One workshop, I looked into how the bank accounts that they told us about compared to the one that I have. I'm going to be talking to a financial advisor to see how I can change the account to make it work better for me.
I learned a lot from Square One. I had a very good experience and I learned a lot about financial skills I can use in the future. So thank you, Capilano University.
To determine just how effective Square One is, we conducted a survey in the first and last workshop to measure the students' progress.
Because of Square One, nearly 93% of our students now understand the fundamentals of credit.
Over 86% are now confident in establishing and executing their own budget.
And over 85% of students in Square One now have the capability to make positive and effective financial decisions.
We leverage support from RBC Royal Bank, who share the same values as us. Our students are the future, and at Enactus Capilano, our goal is to inspire, educate, and empower. This year, we received $9,500 from RBC in grants to fund our programs. Our focus this year for Square One is to continue to enable progress to ensure scalability and make it sustainable for the future.
This year, we are facilitating Square One in 2 new schools and are expanding our program to an online platform to scale our impact without geographical limitations. While actively working to expand Square One to a digital format and with commitments to classes in the coming month, we were faced with the unexpected challenge of COVID-19.
Though unable to deliver our content in person to these new schools, this provided us an opportunity to test the efficacy of our content on an online platform. Within just 2 weeks, our team pivoted the format of Square One to fill the sudden need of all schools transitioning to online learning platforms.
We knew we had to be innovative in our approach, so we recorded each workshop for our upcoming classes to ensure our content reached those students. This solution has worked for the pressing need while we continue to develop our online platform expansion.
Digital content, such as simulations and educational software, will allow our team the opportunity to better impact students both locally and in remote communities in a way that effectively meets their learning needs and drives quantifiable results. We are partnering with Imran Tanvir, a research and development advisor at PwC and professor at the Capilano School of Business, who will guide our team through this digital expansion process.
With the expansion to a digital platform, we have the opportunity to reach 45,000 students per year across British Columbia.
But it doesn't stop there.
After a discussion with Vanessa Lewis, a team leader at the Squamish Nation Training and Trade Center, we discovered that Square One could address a need within our Indigenous community. There, they offer programs that aim to prepare their students for full-time employment.
We discovered that this program does not include a financial literacy component. So, we were invited to begin tailoring Square One to serve the needs of their students.
Over the next few months, we will be hiring members of the local Indigenous community with various backgrounds and experiences to help us tailor our program. This process has been moved online, where these individuals will act as consultants to guide us in adapting the program for an Indigenous audience. This will also provide a paid employment opportunity during this time of physical distancing.
Once the center has reopened following COVID-19, we will be presenting the Square One workshops to the students of the Squamish Nation Training and Trade Center. Successful implementation of our workshops at the Training and Trade Centers will provide us the opportunity to scale our project to reach more Indigenous communities across British Columbia. Initially, our team will be presenting this program to the students of the center. However, our plan is to develop a Train the Trainer program to empower members of the Indigenous community to facilitate these workshops themselves.
We will learn from members of the Indigenous community to ensure the material we provide our facilitators is tailored to their needs and offered in a way that encourages growth and confidence in financial literacy. Square One is a project that is flexible in nature and has the potential to impact thousands. We have the means and the resources to scale our reach to communities across the province.
Square One has proven itself as a viable program to combat the lack of education around financial literacy in the BC curriculum. While right now we are focusing on British Columbia, our end goal is to make the program available nationwide.
But Enactus Capilano has the capacity to accomplish even more.
This year, we have created 2 new teams since September, each working to address a different need within our community.
Engagement on our campus is inadequate to produce a sense of belonging for prospective and current students.
And the amount of waste produced on our campus needs to be addressed.
So we did just that.
Our team has been in contact with Mugshare, an organization founded out of UBC in Vancouver. They have created a program that breaks the boundaries of one-time use paper cups by offering an alternative that replaces disposable coffee cups with reusable mugs.
Coffee cups are the most common single-use item on campus, and data from the 2018 Capilano Waste Audit suggests that over 152,000 cups are used every year. Local municipal guidelines allow paper cups to be recycled. However, institutions are not given the same access and therefore are unable to recycle single-use cups due to their plastic lining.
Following the end of restrictions, we will partner with Mugshare to introduce the program to our school and expand its reach across Vancouver's North Shore communities.
As a team, Enactus Capilano strives to empower our community.
Our second project development team has been building a plan to create a greater sense of belonging. This will encourage students to forge stronger bonds and increase their level of involvement on campus.
Capilano University is a commuter campus with over 12,000 students who travel daily from all over Metro Vancouver, and there is an opportunity to create connections, but there are little initiatives to foster lasting relationships. According to our survey, 65% of students do not feel a strong sense of belonging at Capilano University.
COVID-19 restrictions have made it increasingly difficult for us to develop a strong sense of belonging on campus during this time. We have pivoted to utilize social media to create a virtual community that allows students to continue to connect with us and others.
COVID-19's impact is far-reaching, so we're branching out to address a problem happening in our community right now.
In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Enactus Capilano has partnered with Andrew Prochnow from United Way and the North Shore Neighborhood House to address food insecurity in our community.
Individuals around the world are facing sudden and dramatic loss of income, job insecurity, and loss of support programs due to the closure of several nonprofit organizations. To support this increase in demand, Enactus Capilano will be managing a satellite food distribution hub at Capilano University to aid in the delivery of food to those in need across North and West Vancouver.
In light of the global pandemic, food banks across Canada have experienced a 20% increase in usage. Our partnership with United Way will enable Enactus Capilano to address the critical need in our community for individuals who are facing food insecurity.
Fostering positive relationships enables the community at large to be able to grow while empowering one another. Enactus Capilano will drive change by building a student engagement plan that can create a sustainable sense of belonging.
Vancouver residents dispose of 2.6 million single-use paper cups each week. Enactus Capilano will be conserving the environment with the implementation of a mug share program to reduce waste in our community.
Financial literacy is integral to our well-being and increases confidence for youth facing the economic insecurities of today. Square One is the solution to addressing the need for financial literacy skills in students across the province.
This is how we educate youth on the importance of financial literacy.
This is how we build a greener tomorrow by eliminating single-use plastics on campus.
This is how we take action and respond to the needs of our community in a global crisis.
This is how we inspire our future generation.
And we are
Enactus Capilano.